First thing I want to straighten out is that I knew nothing about this being a complete surprise to both Sonia and Mason. And so when he said, "You shocked me when you said my father was there." No, my staff just forgot to tell me that this
No, the children, none of the kids knew. In fact, my daughter didn't want to come down. She was afraid of missing school. And I encouraged her to come down today.
I'm so happy there.
So the whole family could share in it.
They're all here. I want to say something. I don't have the performing type children, but once I have identical twin girls, and they once appeared in a play at school. And to say the least, I was an absolute basket case in the audience, you know. I sobbed, I cried, I was shaking all over, worried, nervous about them. How do you two feel with this, what's happening to your son?
Worried, basket case, shaking all over.
I've only watched him work on a set
yes.
once.
Really? What was it like? What kind of an experience was it?
It was nerve-wracking. Since I've been in the business, in the film business, for a long time, I had a very, very hard time even going to a set. When I saw him work, I was worried about what the camera work was going to be like, and worried about whether he was going to do his lines, and I found it was just too anxiety-provoking. So I don't go. I'll let Sonia go. But she puts me in the green room here while she usually is out in the audience.
I got to tell you, Mason, on yesterday's show, between when we pop away to commercials, he talks to me, and he said, he gets upset when I say son to him. He said, "Don't call me your son." And I said, well, I tried to explain to Mason, I have 3 daughters and I've never had a son. And he says, "Well, why don't you have one?" I said, "Well, because my wife doesn't want any more children, and we're at an age now where we're past the diaper stage." And he says, "Well, why don't you get another woman and have a son?" It's like, no problem at all. Just go out and pick somebody from the audience, you know.
Volunteers?
I tell you,
Suki's old enough.
Oh,
who's old enough?
His sister, Suki.
Suki, don't talk
Who
like
just
that.
disappeared under her seat.
She went right under the seat. How has Mason's sudden recognition and success affected the entire family, Bill?
I think most probably the dominant area in which the family's been affected comes about because of his lack of anonymity now. Everywhere we go, he's recognized. And although people mean well, and you're much more used to this than we are, they do sometimes get a little overbearing, and they forget that he's not a puppy dog.
He's a human being.
He's a human being. But they feel sometimes that because he is only 7, they have the right to touch and to squeeze and to pinch.
Well, he's that kind of a personality, though. That especially women would want to touch him, you know, because he's a lovable little guy. He really is.
But that's been the hardest one. This summer when we vacationed, going places, it was difficult. Yeah. But we're learning to adjust to it, and it does affect the whole family.
Mason he'll be 8 when?
April 11th.
April 11th. He's a Taurus.
No, he's an Aries.
Oh, Aries, yes.
He's a Taurus.
I'm a Taurus.
Aries, yes.
And she's a Gemini. And all 3 of us make...
A tortoise in the hair.
No, not a tortoise.
Not a tortoise.
A Taurus.
Taurus.
You know, the Taurus in the hair. Oh,
the tortoise in the hair.
The Taurus in the hair.
Always punching me.
He hasn't said anything for a minute.
Do you want to get married?
No. Well, I'd like to have a couple of children of my own. I don't know what it's like.
What?
Getting married.
Oh, to get married?
Oh.
Oh, please get off the subject. I have that
Someday
nervous...
I could have a funeral.
What did he say?
You have a funeral?
Someday I could have a funeral.
For whom?
I wish you wouldn't look at me when you say that, Mason. Oh, I see.
Why, are you worried about
God forbid I'd ever had one, but...
Well, you will eventually, but we don't have to worry about that, hopefully, for a while.
I will not have a funeral.
No?
What,
you're going to go up in a puff of smoke?
I will die, but I won't have a funeral.
Oh.
Too classy.
Too classy?
I probably couldn't afford it.
You don't have to worry about it.
Actually, you won't have much to say about it, Mason, when the time does come.
That's right.
Do you envision a show business career for Mason, or would you like to see him just continue with his education and complete a college education and then perhaps think seriously of it, or would you like to combine the two?
I think Sonia and I are pretty much agreed on the fact that we're not thinking too much beyond tomorrow. What we want him to be is to be healthy and to be happy emotionally and to be strong, go to school, and if he's favored with being able to do things in show business, fine. But if not, if it stops tomorrow, because of whatever the reason is, and his happiness is at stake, that's the most important thing.
Mason, you were going to want to say something?
You going to whisper? Can I be in the audience? Rather than where? Up here? You mean you don't want me here anymore?
Oh, can I leave? May I leave?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
Now, what is this? You're sending your parents away?
No, well, you could stay here for the whole wide show till Peter Lupus comes on.
Well,
Because that's his favorite. Remember the other evening? He
Oh, yes.
said, do you think, when he found out he was going to co-host the show, the first thing he said was, do you think we could get Peter Lupus? Because he's a big fan of Peter's, isn't he?
very
He
much
has
so.
a mustache.
He doesn't in the series, but he does
Yes,
now. Huh?
now.
All right.
Oh.
That is a favorite person.
The
of his.
Mission Impossible is kaput.
Is kaput?
You know what I want
They
you to say
canceled.
because he's going to do something to me.
He is? Well, I can watch from the wings.
Do you know how Lanny can pick me up with one arm?
Yeah.
He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, he's going to do an exercise with you?
You're going to be his dumbbell.
That's right.
We'll be right back.